Hi there folks, well, welcome back to my channel, and yeah, I will be doing a bit of a book review for this one, a bit of a look at the book that I managed just to finish. And I have to admit, yeah, I've definitely not been reading anywhere near as much as I would like or I'd want to. Again, life just has a habit of getting in the way, and reading has sort of got onto the back burner as everything else is sort of had to be dealt with. But again, I'll be doing a book review for this one, and the book that I'll be looking at is called The Famished Road by Ben Orki. So this book here, and yeah, so we'll be talking about that in a bit more depth in just a moment. But before I do get onto that, if you're enjoying my channel, if you're enjoying my videos, if you click on the subscribe button, click on that notification bell, leave some likes, leave some comments, it's always really appreciated. And if you'd like to support the channel further, I will post a link to the channel's coffee.com page in the description bar below, and then a pinned comment in the comment section. So with that out of the road, I'm going to get on with the topic of the video. So as I was saying, I have just finished reading The Famished Road by Ben Orki. And yeah, it's a really interesting read. And I have to admit, I'd never heard of Okri before I came across The Famished Road when I was having a bit of a browse in Waterstones. It must have been earlier on this year. And he is an English Nigerian author, and the book does very much use a lot of Nigerian folklore, Nigerian spirituality, folk belief, and that is very much infused throughout the book and informs quite a lot of the story. And again, it kind of gives it that dreamlike, otherworldly feel that very much fills the book from the get-go. Again, yeah, the book opens with this dreamlike quality when it opens up in the spirit world, and that feel very much continues all the way through the book. So the novel itself very much follows the main character Azaro, and the name Azaro is actually a shortened version of Lazarus, which I think is very, again, is obviously very symbolic, very much kind of tying into many of the themes of the book. Again, a lot of it is dealing with things like birth, death, rebirth, finding new life, and yeah, and again, a lot of it does seem to have characters who seem to change, grow, come back different, and yeah, and again, as it does very much play on or can rely on a lot of Nigerian folklore, folk belief, kind of spirituality ideas. That very much has kind of come to the fore and is very much played on, and again just adds to the dreamlike quality that you get in the book from the get-go. And Azaro very much also has memories of when he was in the spirit world and of him making the choice that he wanted to be born and experience life in as great depth as possible. And you see him living his life with his parents, and he very much experienced the hardship that was being faced by the people of Africa, especially during the post-colonial period, and the vying of power between different groups, like the politician, all the different politicians, essentially doing what politicians do and try to get as much power, control and wealth for themselves, while the people around them were all to suffer. So that very much does play into the novel itself. So there is that kind of balance between the spirit world and the hardship of life, with Azaro is very much the linchpin between the two. Because again, he is living life and is trying to deal with the difficulties that come with that, and he's also experienced that pull to return to the spirit world. That he keeps coming across elements of the spirit world in the world of the living, which seem to be trying to get a hold of him again and pull him back to the world that he was in before. So that just adds to like the conflict and the drama that's within the book itself, within the novel, which just kind of gives it that extra edge, that extra element, which is again makes it more intriguing, again, and adds to the dreamlike qualities I keep saying. So you do have that element of not being sure of whether something's actually a dream, whether it's actually happening, and having that element of Laszlo maybe being a bit of an unreliable narrator. Yeah, so it's a whole kind of balancing act between all those different aspects and areas. And you also get very, very complicated, interesting characters like Madame Coco, who is the local bar owner, the local madam, who again is very much vying for more power, more control, is finding her way into like the political sphere and using that to kind of create more power and wealth for herself. So there is a lot of different complex elements, a lot of different aspects of the Famished Road that I just think really work well together, and just kind of creates that sense of never being too sure of what's going on, but it just pulls you in, intrigues you, and it just kind of holds your focus. And yeah, so I really enjoyed reading this, and I definitely will try and get more of Ben Okri's books, because I did actually find out yesterday that it's actually the first book in a trilogy, the Famished Book trilogy. And so there's the Soup of Enchantment, or the Song of Enchantment, and I'm trying to read my notes here. Infinity of Riches. So those are the two books in the trilogy, which I'll definitely get myself copies of. So again, if you maybe want to read something that's maybe a bit different, a bit not quite what you'd usually get in a lot of bookstores, because again, I think this is the only book by Ben Orki that I actually saw in Waterstones. So again, may have to go for a bit of a hunt for the other two books, but definitely one that I'd recommend getting yourself a copy of and sit down for a good read. So hopefully you will have enjoyed this video. Hopefully you'll have found the Famished Road by Ben Orki intriguing, and that you go and treat yourself to a copy of it. And again, hopefully you'll have enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.